A lot of people, everyone has this dream once you've entered track and field of making the Olympic team, and especially being on a professional level, that's everybody's end goal to it. So if I could just make this team, when I make this team, let's change that to when I make this team, it's going to mean absolutely everything. It's going to show all the hard work that I've put in. It will show all the dedication, the sacrifices, and kind of, I know it'll be a emotional roller coaster of happiness. So I'm super excited to get out there and do what needs to be done to make this team. That is the biggest stage in sports for everybody. So to be able to put USA across my chest, I've done it a couple times for world championships, but it will be something completely different being on that Olympic stage. That's something that comes once every 4 years, and although it's not the only thing that we train for, that's the ultimate goal of what we train for. So to get out there and put that USA across our chest, and just to be there and represent and hopefully bring back a medal, will mean absolutely everything. Super excited. It's kind of like, although I'm not in the military, it's kind of that feeling of like we're going to war to represent our country on the track. The fun part for me is that I started training so late due to a lot of different health issues that were going on, COVID and stuff outside of COVID. And so I actually started training in March. And so for a lot of people, they started training in probably like October, November. And so for me to start so late, but to feel so good in my training, I'm super excited. I think I'm in very good shape. I think that I will be able to show up when I need to actually show up, which is at trials, because nothing else matters until you get to trials. And so super excited about it. Feel like I'm in really good shape. Mentally, I'm 100% there. This is something that I really want to do. So the mental aspect of it is definitely going in strong, and super excited to get out there and compete. Although Tokyo is a dream and that is something that we all wish for, my bigger goal is World Championships 2022, just solely based off the idea because it's back home, it's in Eugene, Oregon, and I'm super excited to head back there. And that's where a lot of my big career type goals are more focused towards. Where it comes to Tokyo, my ideal thought is I get there, have opening ceremony, I would get to go watch some of the other sports compete, I would get out there, compete, and I would still come home with the medal. I'd still be making that Olympic final in the long jump. I'd still be coming back with an Olympic medal. And then we go to the closing ceremony. So ideally, just get out there, perform the best that I know that I can perform, and come back with some hardware. Every day we're out there, we're training and we're practicing. We were going to focus on the 100 and long jump, but because I started so late, we've really been focusing on the long jump because that's where we know our bread and butter is to making this team. And so, most of the stuff that we've been doing ideally is more technical stuff, making sure our runway rhythm is down on the runway, focusing on like takeoff stuff and making sure I'm holding my knee in the air. And so that's more of the regimen that we've been kind of going about, is we have to kind of play it by ear with how my body's feeling, but also focusing on the little tiny things that will make the difference, because at this level, everybody has the same amount of talent. Let's just face it. It's just those little tiny things that make the difference to each athlete. And so that's one of the biggest things that we've been focusing on, especially getting closer to trials.
How did you find your race today?
Today was more so about just executing. I didn't want to go out too bad, like too hard. Didn't want to do anything too extra, get through to the next round.